I think in Algebra 2, you were exposed to some compound interest problems. Um, so I'm not sure how much you remember, but compound interest allows your interest to earn interest. So in the old days, probably well, even before my growing up, but whatever the old days were, the 50s, 60s maybe, people had to sit down with adding machines to compute interest. So compound interest was performed annually because they had to sit down and actually calculate people's interest at the end of the year. Later on, with better calculators, they started attracting businesses or more business by offering quarterly interest or monthly interest. And the calculation can be performed by dividing your interest rate, so if it was 100% interest, let's say, by the number of months or the number of days. So you get less interest for a shorter period of time, but you get more compounds. So the more you are compounding, the more money you get. So this is the compound interest formula, which I will keep printing for you on quizzes, tests, final exams. So you don't have to memorize the compound interest formula, but I'm not going to give you all this breakdown of what each part does. So in using it, you'll realize that P is your principal, what you invest. 1 is just 1, because that gives you back your principal. R is your interest rate. But if it's 5%, you express it as a decimal, 0.05. Or if it's 10%, 0.1. And then N is the number, N for number of times that you compound it, 12 for monthly, 4 for quarterly. And then T is your time, 4 years, 30 years. So on this front page, we're just going to practice setting up our compound interest equation and using the calculator to correctly type it in. So I'm going to do 1 with you, and then I'd like you to try 2, and then we'll just save 3 for a warm-up for maybe Monday to remember how to do this. So even if you really, really want to, can you just hold off on doing number 3 for now? We'll do it on Monday to practice. Okay, so if I have $4,500, I get an annual interest rate of 5%. Which of these will be better? Do I want to compound annually for 3 years or compound quarterly for 4? You can probably figure out which one's going to be better. But I take my 4,500, that's my principal. I get my principal back, so that's the 1. Plus, what's my interest rate? 0.05, right? Oops, 0.05 is my interest rate. The reason that on that video they put a 1 here is that 1 was 100% interest, right? Now I only have 0.05, 5% interest. I'm doing it annually, so I only get to compound 1 time each year, and then I would have 1 times 3 up in the exponent. 1 time per year times 3 years. So what do you get when you type that into your calculator? So practice typing it in because I don't want you to do it all right but not be able to get the answer on your calculator. So when someone types it in, can they tell me what they got? You can round it to the nearest penny. Brady? Oh. 5,209 and 31 cents. Okay. Did anyone not get that on their calculator? I didn't even type in the ones, so I just did 4,500, the 1 plus the 0.05, and raised it to the 3rd power. So what's different about part B? Now I'm compounding quarterly. So I've got my 4,500, which is my investment, 1 plus, I still have 5% interest rate, but I only get a 1/4 of that because I'm going to do it 4 times. So you don't get 5% every single quarter. You get a 1/4 of your interest rate, but 4 times 3, no, 4 times 4, right? I'm doing it for 4 years now. So 4 times a year for 4 years. I get 16 compounds. So my money is going to be better. Not only was it more compounds, it was for an extra year. So see what you get for that one. So 1 plus 0.05. Make sure you're typing it in with all those parentheses, and we'll see if we get the same answer. Someone else. What'd someone else get for this one? Good. Is that what you got? Hold on. Let me see how you typed it. All right. So I'd like you to try to set up example 2 on your own and calculate it. And then we're going to try doing it with E, continuous interest, on the back page in a minute. So just hold off on doing example 3. If you want to jump to the back page and look at continuous interest, then you could jump to the back page. I'll put up the answer and let's see. I think that I put up the answer to problem 3. So we will do the rest of 309 next time. This was the answer on the front page in case I forgot to put it.